with the first semifinals of today. Now we've seen Happy smoothly go through Nurchio, which was a bit of a surprise. And now we may see him go smoothly through Hydra, or we may see him struggle. Whichever the case, here we have Happy in the top right corner of the map playing as the blue Terran player versus Root Hydra, the red Zerg player in the bottom. Map is Overgrowth. We're in a best of 3. Looks like Happy opening with the same build he did in games versus Nurchio. And this should be a pretty even match as well, at least according to Aligulak, as it's roughly 50-50. I'm not even kidding, like 49.77% in favor or disfavor of Happy. These guys never played against one another before. Their overall ranking is very similar, and their matchup ranking is actually only 4 points apart. So with such even statistics, I wonder what is going to come. And we can already see that a bunker rush is going to come. However, this is not meant to kill the Zerg player by any means. It's just meant to slow him down a little bit. I don't think this will be successful at all. I mean, yeah, 2 sets of Zerglings, 2 Queens, that's normal. That Hydra so far is not doing anything on top of what he would normally have to do. Now he's producing 1 more set of Zerglings, so you could say that this opener from Happy is already celebrating some degree of success. And as long as Hydra does not lose any Lings, he should be fine. The additional Reaper is gonna make its way over to this bunker. And more Lings are being made, so yeah, Happy is slowing Hydra down in terms of how many Harvesters he'll have, but I think, you know, with no SCVs being able to repair this, the number of Lings he's got right now and the Queens are going to be able to shut this down. Just to be sure, Hydra is making additional Lings, which almost seems to me like he wants to go for a counterattack after he defends this. Salvage initiated by Happy. He does have the factory finish. He needs to swap it with the barracks and start his Hellion production ASAP, however, because there are a multitude of Lings coming his way. We don't have a Baneling nest on the field, but the Ling speed is just about to finish, so in the very least the natural may be denied mining time. So the Lings are just standing here and doing nothing, which is very interesting, as if they were waiting for the Hellions to come out so that they can die or not be able to engage. In the meantime, Hydra takes his 3rd base. That's all well and good. Continues mining gas so that he can get that lair. Nothing much else is going on. There is the lair, and Happy should be moving out in a little while here. He is getting that cloak just as he did before against Nurchio. He's getting that Banshee. Doesn't look to me like... Oh, well, actually, Hydra has scouted this in the meantime, so he knows that Banshees are a possibility. Is he building any Spore Crawlers? I don't think, but his lair is right on time, so he will have mobile detection. He's building additional Queens, so he is definitely preparing for this as best as he can. This armory is going to be a threat, however, because that's going to line up finishing when the cloak finishes. So if Happy times this right, he should be able to hit with a lot of Hellbats, 2 Banshees, and 2 Reapers, and that's going to do a number on Hydra's defenses. Without a Roach Warren or a Baneling Nest, it's very difficult to defend versus these Hellbat pushes, especially if they're backed up by Banshees. So we're gonna have to see how Hydra handles this situation. 8 Hellbats is nothing to scoff at, and they are pretty tanky. However, Happy not even opting to transform them just yet. He's going in, targeting down those queens. Gets 2 of those, the third one is trying to get away. Will Hydra sacrifice the third base? However, that is the question. It looks like he will not have a choice. He's desperately trying to defend this, but this is not going to work. Third queen going down, and now the Banshees reign supreme. The transformation servos worked as intended, and we now have 8 Hellbats that will have no problem dealing with these wings. Spire is just about to finish. The Spire could be the saving grace here for Hydra. If he can get a couple of Mutalisks out, he could stay alive, but he needs not to take too many losses. The third base is still alive miraculously, so if he can buy some time for those Mutalisks and not take too many losses in terms of drones and queens, he should be quite fine. Happy does not have a single tech lab on any of those factories, so Thors will not be out by the time those Mutalisks arrive. But look at this. Happy is just losing so... Hydra is losing so many workers. 25 drones. He's down to 29. And 45 SCVs for Happy. Things are not looking good. What are 7 Mutalisks supposed to do? I mean, it's a good response as any, but there are missile turrets already up. The Thors are being produced 2 at a time. Mutalisks flying into those missile turrets, not the best idea. The one saving grace for Hydra is that there is no third base as of yet for the Terran player. Hydra tries to drone up as heavily as he can, but yeah, his larva production and as a result drone count took a huge hit when he lost all those queens and those drones. So he had to rebuild his economy pretty much. Only now getting the Roach Warren, things are not looking good. And the Mutalisks have pretty much been countered even before they appeared on the field. Happy just playing such a solid game, so good with his timings. And now he is going to take this as his third base without any problems. Or maybe this one? Yeah, he's trying to take this one as his third. This one may be too open and he would have to rely on tanks, which he just does not want to do that. Splitting up his Hellions, going to see what he can do from here. A couple of them going to the third base, but so is Hydra splitting up his Mutalisks very nicely done. How about transformation once more? If you can't line him up, just bunch him up, is what the Hellbats say. And both of those attacks have been deflected very nicely with these Mutas. Nice job by Hydra. Third base almost down for Happy. He does have those Thors out. And those 2 Banshees going unnoticed by the Mutalisks. They don't have detection. We have an infestation pit going up for Hydra. I wonder if that's for infestors or if he wants to move into a quick hive. He does have quite a bit of resources saved up. And with the addition of the Hydralisk, then I can't help but think this is going to be for the Viper Hydra combo. Seeing as Happy does not have any tanks on the field, but wow.